Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Virginia Department of Corrections, Red Onion State Prison. To accept this call, press 0.
This is Randall Via, currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder and armed robbery. Currently being housed at Keene Mountain Correctional Center in Oakwood, Virginia, USA. Welcome to the podcast, Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoyed listening today. If you have any questions or comments or want to leave a message or whatever, I've got a voicemail line. That number is 1-888-524-1932. You can also visit my website, which is new and improved and got different features and whatnot, at www.redonionrandy.com. I hope you do. Let's get started with the podcast. Not sure how long this episode is going to be, and I will try to do my best to refrain from just, bitching and complaining about it. But as a prisoner and, someone in prison, and, as I think, quite a few of the people who subscribe and listen to me on a weekly basis, have family members that are themselves in prison, which is one of the reasons why, people listen to me, so they can, truly understand what their family members are dealing with and going through, especially here in Virginia. Well, I guess I'll just get right to it. The Keefe Group, which is responsible and holds the contract with Virginia to supply Virginia Department of Corrections with commissary, electronics, what little bit of clothing they do sell, T-shirts, a bathrobe, pajamas, socks, and, underwear and stuff, shoes, and, stuff of that nature. So I have heard that in a level 3 on down, you can actually buy 501 Levi jeans and a jacket and, stuff of that nature that you just can't get here at a level 4 or a 5. They raised their prices yet again. I don't just mean by 1 or 2 cents. I'm talking a hike. I almost had to quit drinking coffee. That would have been a freaking nightmare. And I don't even drink it really for the taste. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong. I drink it because it's hot. I drink it because it adds that warmth. It's comforting. There's something I enjoy about sitting in the chair, kicking my feet up on my mattress and just looking out my window and watching the birds, the grass and the wind and the sky and the clouds and the trees all the way on the other side of the rec yard. It's just something so comforting for me to just be able to sit there and drink that coffee and just look out my front porch. It went from $4.31 for 3 ounces of coffee, by the way. That's $4.31 for 3 ounces of coffee. That's what it was. They jumped the price all the way up to $4.70 for that exact same bag at one price hike. And every quarter, literally every single quarter, Keefe has been raising their prices on commissary for every single item across the board. The only thing that does not raise, everything they do not raise. I'm that frustrated. The only thing that the prices do not get raised on every single quarter is the price of stamps, because that price is controlled by the post office, not Keefe. Otherwise, I'd probably be paying $5 for a stamp instead of the 70 cents that the stamps cost now. But yet, for those who actually have a prison job making 27 cents, 35 cents, or 45 cents an hour, our pay raises we have not received pay raises in Virginia. I think, matter of fact, the 33 years I've done in prison, juvenile and adult, the pay raises have not gone up once. They've never once raised how much we get paid. So, for the guys who, for me, thank God I have a few friends, and I've said their names before, that help me out. They bless me, every month with a little something, and it adds up. And I can go to the store, and I can pay my type. I can, even put a few dollars into my savings every single month for those emergencies. But you've got guys in here that their only income is that state check. It's, they get a job, they get it, that's it. The prices are constantly going up, so they can only order less and less and less every 90 days. It's just, I understand inflation. I get it. I understand, that with Trump and, his tariffs and everything, prices are going up and so on and so forth. I can respect that. It's bound to happen for y'all on the streets. It's certainly going to affect us in here because Keefe Group and GTO and, Securus Technologies, VobHaft, all of these companies that are in these prisons, they don't have to compete with anyone. So they don't have to lower prices so that we'll be more willing to buy from them than we would from their competition, like they do on the streets. We have no choice. If I want to drink a bag of coffee, I have to go buy me a bag of coffee, no matter what it costs, or I have to quit. It's that simple. It truly is one of my only enjoyable pleasure. Like, I don't get pleasure from eating food that much. If I make something like my wedding cake, every now and then, I might make a big meal. Yes, I'm putting out a prison cookbook. I have, I believe, 41 food recipes and, a couple of recipes for drinks, not many, because I don't, water, coffee. That's pretty much what I drink. Every now and then I might drink a soda, but it's pretty rare for me. Water and coffee, those are my two staples. I don't drink milk. I don't drink the little high fructose corn syrup juice they serve. I don't touch that stuff. Even though I'm getting ready to do a prison cookbook, you're going to eat that. That's the title of it. I actually liked it. It's pretty funny. Especially to anybody who ever watched the movie Life with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in it. That was a great movie right there. But I do like food. I enjoy food. But I eat food for fuel. I don't look at food the way a lot of normal people do because I don't get to go fancy all the time. Every now and then I can, and when I do, believe me, I enjoy the out of it. I make that experience as much of an experience as I can. And that's the way you should do it. If you're in a position to where you can make big meals every single day or a couple times a week or whatever the case may be, mazel tov. I'm happy for you. I'm not in that position. Maybe I will be someday. Maybe I won't. I'll leave that in God's hands, and I'll simply do the best I can in between. But when a certain company has a monopoly and you can only utilize their services, they can charge whatever they want. And that directly affects our loved ones. And that's why I'm doing this episode. Because it's my friends that are buying my coffee. Sinclair, Paulie, John, Josh, Ava, my wife. You know, these are the ones sending me money. These are the ones that have to bust their ass working a job so they can send me a few bucks so that they can feel comfortable, they can feel happy and at peace, knowing that I'm not forced to eat these steak trays up here. That I can have me a damn good cup of coffee when I want to. I can sit back, my feet up, and watch the world go by and just enjoy myself, you know, and pretend that I'm on the front porch and my wife is in the kitchen cooking something for me. That's why it's important. Look, if you listen to me, get involved in some type of prison advocacy group in your area, in your country. You don't have to go out and picket. You don't have to send the people money or whatnot. You can if you want to. You know, the $5 can make a difference, especially if you've got 5,000 people sending you $5. If you can't afford to help them, help them. But even just simply signing your signature digitally, you know, to a petition that they can then take to their lawmakers. These things make a difference the more people they have who are willing to do it. It can't just be on us prisoners. Like, I do what I can to fight. I do what I can, you know, to right wrongs in here. I do what I can to stand up. I do what I can to make my voice heard, to get it out there, to try to reach politicians, to try to share with people the truth. And I think my long-term listeners will flat out tell you, I don't lie, I don't exaggerate, and if I say it, I stand on it. Point blank, period. You know, I am as honest as a person you're going to find in this world. I don't believe in lying anymore. I don't believe in exaggerating anymore. I do my best to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Because one of these days, it really is going to be so help me God. I might not have understood that fact when I was in my, you know, my teens and my 20s. I damn sure understand it now that I'm 46. Stand in the breach with me. If you can, take 5 minutes and write a quick email to your congressman or your senator or your governor or whoever the case may be. You know, why do y'all keep allowing these companies to rob us blind, to charge us? I have to pay 86 cents for this phone call right here. Every single podcast I do, I pay for it. I don't get free phone calls in the state of Virginia. You know, I'm not even asking for free phone calls in the state of Virginia. I'm just simply asking them, man, drop your prices to 50 cents a phone call. If I could make 2 phone calls for $1, you have no idea how much that would help me financially, how many more people I would be able to talk to on a regular basis, and the good that would do for my mental health. Little things like that. But because Keefe Group, because Securus Technologies, because Viapath and some of these other companies that prey on prisoners and their families, they realize a simple truth. They can go and they can bribe a couple of officials within headquarters within the governor's office and the House of Delegates and legislation and what have you. They can bribe a few key members under the table. They'll get the contract. And yeah, they might have had to pay $2 or $3 million in bribes to get in here and to stay in here. But they're making hundreds of millions of dollars off of us in pure profit every single year. I'm tired of standing alone. I'm tired of being a lone voice. Stand with me. It's not going to cost you nothing but a few minutes. Write an email and save it. That way, every week you can simply cut and paste it really fast and then just email it to your congressman, email it to your senator. You know, if you live out of country, you can still do the same thing. You can go online and find...
You have 1 minute remaining.
You can go online and find my senator and congressman's emails. Just cut and paste it every week and just send it over and over and over again. Become a nuisance. That old adage, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, is true, especially when it comes to prison. So start to squeak out there. Maybe we'll get a little bit of oil in here. And a guy who's 70 years old, lost all of his family, won't have to pay half of his paycheck so he can buy a bar of soap, a bag of coffee, and 3 soups. We appreciate your help. Or at least just listening to me. I appreciate you folks listening to me. Remember, if you want to leave some feedback on the show or, ask a question or whatnot, again, that number inside the continental U.S. is 1-888-524-1932. Anyone outside the U.S., just put a plus in front of the 1. Works just the same. You can also visit me my website at redonionrandy.com or find me on X at redonionrandy. You don't have to, but if you want to, wherever you listen to my podcast, go on and give me some stars, or whatever is appropriate for that platform. I'll take whatever you can give me and be damn grateful for it. But, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow the podcast. I'm trying to reach more people. I'm trying to get my voice out there to help people. The crazy thing is I actually am helping people. And in the process, I'm helping myself. So do what you can. And don't forget, I got sweatshirts, T-shirts, and maybe some other merch coming soon. You can find the link on the website, redonionrandy.com. And y'all take care and stay safe out there. Hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you for using GTL.